And welcome back, folks, to a very long overdue video. I'm back on YouTube. It's been a long time. I've missed you lot. Let's get back into it with a test review on this. Not only is it one of my favourite bikes, the Road King, it's also got the 135 CR crate engine in it. Let's go. So the reason why I love the Road King so much was back in 2019, I took a standard Road King, which took it from Sykes Harley Davidson, and I rode all the way to Snowdonia in North Wales. So in terms of the total miles that I covered, it was around 795 miles over, I'd say, a 3-day period, and the bike performed immensely. It was definitely one of the best rides I've ever had, I've ever been on. I've done a couple of tours, nothing crazy, and for me, Snowdonia, even though it was February, it was blistering cold, it was raining, it was just an incredible ride. And so much so that when I came back, I said, one day, I'll go for the Road King, I'll purchase it. And the scary thing is today, this is probably the ideal setup for me, barring, excuse the phrase, barring, I would definitely stick a pair of tall boy handlebars on apes, just like my Sporty. But apart from that, this thing just looks incredible. So without further ado, let's do the sound test and hear what this 135 CI sounds like. Take me back to Wales, but definitely not in January. Let's roll. Woo! Gosh, I tell you what, from riding a Sporty for a very long time to then suddenly jumping on this, what a difference. But I'm going to enjoy this today. So here we are, getting out of Sykes. We're going to use the same test review as you always done, down to Beachy Head, and in my opinion, it's one of the best rides. Let's do it. Roads are clear. Woo! Visor down. I mean, compared to the Sporty, it's very different, obviously. But what I'm feeling straight away is just a relaxed feel. The Saddleman seat is lovely. I just think when I get this out on the open road, whoa, look all these Harleys out today, it's wicked. But when I get this out on the open road, I'm so keen to see what that talk's like. So just to give you guys an understanding, especially new guys who arrived on my channel, of what I've ridden in the past. The highest cubic inch I've been on is a 117. So I've had two Dyna Lowrider S's. One was a 110, one was a 117. And then I've been on the M8s with the 117s as well. And one was an FXDR from memory, and the other was a Fat Boy. Brilliant bikes. Let's get round this roundabout and then start to open the floodgates. Behind this lovely little Peugeot 108, leaning in. Beautiful. Nice. And then we're just going to open it up. Let's just get it on the straight. Here we go. Whoa! Woo! Holy moly! Apart from the back end kicking out then, that actually took me by surprise. What an animal! And obviously guys, at this point I am being sensible. I am not trying to go over the speed limit today. Well, or any day for that matter. I must admit, because I've been so used to those toolbars, I know in the past I would have enjoyed this standard stock bar, but for me now, I definitely love something taller. Obviously that's personal preference. So coming into the next roundabout, bit of back brake, looking ahead, dropping it down. What a monster! There was always a reason why I didn't come back to do the test reviews, and that's in the fear, well, not fear for me, but perhaps fear for my wife, of me buying another bike. The bike just sounds absolutely incredible. The thud coming from the Cobra pipes is just awesome. It's like church bells ringing on a Sunday morning. So first impressions, as you would expect, the motor is a monster, an absolute monster. I think for me it definitely takes a little bit of getting used to, just to make sure I'm safe more than anything else. So whilst I'm going through South Downs National Park, I'm kind of reminiscing about Wales on that Road King. And on the first day I was getting in really late, it's about 8 o'clock, it was pitch black, raining, cold, all that good stuff. And I just remember going through a place like this in Wales and feeling a little bit worried, and then there was that sudden smell of oak coming from the trees, and it just made me feel relaxed. And that's what I love about riding a motorbike in general, is it's about the way it makes you feel. That's why I've come back to doing this and showing you guys these bikes, because I absolutely love it. You can't beat this type of riding. Lovely bit of twisties, just a little bit of throttle, don't you go mad. Gotta be safe. And one of the things that I just love about the RKS versus the Road Glide or the Street Glide, and I think this goes back to my Sportster love or passion, it's just the openness of the front end. Although I love the infotainment system, obviously I appreciate the benefits of having that. It just reminds me of, to an extent, I'm slightly exaggerating this, but just riding a big Sportster. And this is one of the roads that I absolutely love, because it just comes out onto this open bit of field, and then bosh, let's do a bit of overtaking. Woo! And I guess that's the big difference, this motor, it's just a little bit of throttle at those speeds, and it nicely glides you in front of those little cars. Beautiful day for a ride out. I think we're coming to the last days of dryness and sun in the UK, unfortunately. Very jealous of you Yanks, and to be frank, anyone else in any other country apart from the UK. Coming into nice twisty. Oh, it's a nice car. Drop down the gears. God, that engine is just beautiful. And then into that left. God, how many bikes have I rode down here? And this right's nice. Great scenery. Bouncing around a bit. And then towards Beachy Head. So many people out today. Look at them. All walking over the cliffs. I think we need to do a bit of overtaking here. Let's go. Woo! How can this not make you want to jump on a bike and give it a go, folks? Look at that view. Beautiful. And let's do a little bit of overtaking, it's nice and safe. Oh. I'm finishing off with my favourite twisty, but today has been epic. I absolutely loved it. Let's drop it down. Just going to drop it down one more, keep that throttle on. Got to be careful with the cars, and then it's the left. Oof. And open it up. Woohoo! This wants to go. And there we go. Let's hit it. Woohoo! Gee whiz. Right, calm down, son. And I guess it comes back to that question I used to ask myself at the end of all the other reviews that I did. Will I buy this bike? So what I'd say to you is that this bike is in my top 5 bikes of HGs that I would buy. First one to be a 2019 Road Glide or Street Glide CVO in the gun grey. That is definitely one of my favourite bikes. The next is the 25th anniversary Fat Boy. That's the black and gold one. It's beautiful. In fact, they've got an amazing customized version at Sykes at the moment, which is a 131. A lot of money spent on that. Third one is, of course, my Sportster. Can't beat that. Fat G. And the fourth one is a Dyna Lowrider S. So I've had 2 of those, the 110 and the 117. Lovely bikes. And then, not in any particular order, it would be this monster. Gee whiz, the back end came out. Thank you all very much for watching the vlog today. Listen, I'm going to have a little bit of rust on me. I'll shake that off very quickly. And I'll get back to doing this next, or a next review as soon as possible. As I've always said in the other vlogs, until the next time, see you on the flip side. Motor New Rider.